The GenV Season 2 finale is finally here, and there is a lot to talk about. We've got a huge death, some major connections to The Boys Season 5, some confusing pacing, and one of the craziest power upgrades in the entire Boys universe. So here are my thoughts on the GenV Season 2 finale, questions answered, what worked, what didn't, how it connects to The Boys Season 5, and at the end of the video, I want to talk about a big theory that I just cannot stop thinking about. Alright, so quick thoughts on the finale. The GenV Season 2 finale was entertaining but underwhelming. Honestly, I went into GenV Season 2 expecting it to be The Boys 4.5, a little bridge into the next season. I just wanted to be entertained and I wanted more time with our GenV characters, and in that way, I'm pretty happy. But this finale did leave me pretty conflicted. There were moments that I absolutely loved. That conversation between Polarity and Doug from Blockbuster was great. A perfect tribute to Chance Perdomo and the character of Andre. And Hamish Linklater, he is the MVP of the entire season. Part of me was hoping we could have Doug as a member of the Boys, but of course, that's not going to happen. RIP to one of the best. Seeing Godolkin use his powers to control multiple soups at once was really cool, and I love the idea of pressure-forcing evolution for a soup's abilities. I also love the character evolution and the full circle moments we get for Emma, Marie, and Sam this season, and in the finale. Finally embracing who they are and knowing they don't have to face their problems alone. And of course, I like that the GenV crew will be involved in Season 5, but let's talk about some of the issues that I had. Godolkin's entire arc from rising up, wiping out weak soups, and dying all happening in one episode. That's like 3 episodes of story squashed into a 40-minute finale. We needed some extra time with Thomas Godolkin once he was revealed. It made sense that he had to go because we just don't have the time to add a soup as powerful as Godolkin to The Boys Season 5, but still, he needed to be fleshed out more in GenV. I still think Marie had some great moments in this season, but come on, the whole "I'm not the chosen one" speech, followed by literally being the chosen one, was a little Her being able to pop Godolkin, who was confirmed to be a Soldier Boy level soup, is very risky, and I hope they know how to write her character in Season 5. And that ending with the Resistance, I'm definitely fine with it, and I expected it. Happy for the GenV cast getting to join the Boys, but it felt pretty corny and cheesy to me. I get what they were going for, but this is the Boys universe here. They're supposed to satire this kind of stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Season 2 a lot, and I love the Boys universe, but this finale needed another episode or two to breathe. Godolkin's powers explained. In the GenV Season 2 finale, Thomas Godolkin's powers and how he got them were explained, so let's talk about it. It was revealed Thomas Godolkin took Compound V in order to save himself from the lab fire that occurred during the failed Odessa Project experiment in the 60s. Doug from Blockbuster, aka the GOAT, explains that the Compound V Godolkin took was version 1, the same as Stormfront and Soldier Boy. This is the Compound V that was discontinued because it basically created gods who didn't age. So that explains why he didn't age at all while he was in the hyperbaric chamber. It wasn't Marie who necessarily de-aged him. In his burned form and as Cypher, he was only ever able to take control of 1 or 2 people at a time, which makes sense because he was always controlling Cypher, and then from there, we saw him control Jordan, Polarity, etc. But during the finale, he practiced what he preached as Cypher, and he put himself under intense stress and leveled up, and he was able to control many of the students at one time, and eventually Marie. We also saw that his powers apparently took a toll on him during the flashback when he took Compound V, and before he was burned by the fire, his skin started to bubble over. This also was shown in the finale when he was overexerting himself. We never actually see what comes of this because Marie pops him before anything further happens, but the narrative of overexerting with your powers and the toll it takes on your body could become a theme in Season 5 of The Boys. Next up, many fans have been asking during this season of GenV why Cypher/Godolkin didn't take over Marie sooner. Well, this question was answered in the finale, and I'm very glad the writers made sure to explain that Godolkin did try to take over Marie many times in Elmira, but she was too strong. This was needed because obviously we as the viewers have been asking why he didn't just go right to Marie, take over her body, and have her heal him in the very beginning of the season. Now, we could assume it's because she's super strong, especially after the Odessa Project reveal, but that's not good television. Good shows that involve superpowers, supernatural, magic, etc., they establish rules that viewers can follow and understand. Doug from Blockbuster explaining that Marie is too strong because of the Odessa Project also explained why Godolkin felt the need to level up big time before attempting to take over Homelander. Marie was basically his practice. Rules like this are necessary to the plot. Other examples are Newman not being able to pop Homelander's head because he was too strong. Establishing some kind of rules help the viewers not roll their eyes when certain things happen with no explanation at all. Godolkin's plan for Homelander explained in the GenV season finale. Homelander might believe he's the face of Vought and the strongest soup in the world, but Thomas Godolkin saw him as weak and a disgrace. In Gen V Season 2, Godolkin reveals to Sage that his plan was to level up his powers to evolve to the point where he could literally control Homelander's body and mind. He believed Homelander may technically be the strongest suit alive, but actually he is the weak link holding every other suit back. In his mind, Homelander can't handle competition. That's why he surrounds himself with people like the Deep and Firecracker in the Seven, supes who will never challenge him. Homelander doesn't want equals, he wants worshippers. Homelander only wants one leader and one all-powerful supe instead of allowing all supes to reach and exceed their potential. Godolkin wanted to flip that. He wanted to control Homelander, not to destroy him, but to use him to make every supe reach their potential. His goal was to aid in the evolution for the entire supe population. Basically, he saw Homelander as a ceiling for the supes, and his goal was to smash that ceiling wide open so that supes could finally rule the world without a false god like Homelander standing in the way. Now, let's talk about how the final scene in the finale sets up The Boys Season 5. So at the end of the episode, Starlight recruits the Gen V crew into the Resistance, and we get a surprise reveal of A-Train being a new member. This isn't a huge surprise, and many of us theorize this. So right now, the Resistance has Starlight, A-Train, and the entire Gen V cast, but we still don't know where Huey, Frenchie, or Kimiko are being held. But now that Kate and Sam are part of the Resistance, I'm sure they know where they're being held, and we'll be able to get them back right away in the beginning of Season 5 of The Boys. It's been confirmed that The Boys Season 5 takes place 6 months after Gen V Season 2, which gives the Resistance plenty of time to regroup, rescue people, and plan their next move. Was the ending pretty cheesy and corny? Yeah, it was, but I'm going to allow it here. A little Avengers Assemble moment for the Season 5 of The Boys. I have a soft spot for the Gen V cast, so I'm glad they're being included. This is going to be a formidable team against Homelander. So yeah, they're clearly setting up Marie to play a major role in the final war against Homelander, and with her ability to manipulate and heal biological tissue, it's not crazy to think she could even heal Butcher and become the cure for the suit virus in Season 5. And speaking of Marie's role in Season 5 of The Boys, there is no way you can let Marie be the one to take out Homelander. Yes, she's insanely overpowered, I get it. She's Homelander's Project Odessa counterpart. She's basically a biokinetic god at this point, but come on here. We've got 4 full seasons of The Boys building towards this showdown. You've got Butcher, Huey, and the entire crew who have been fighting this guy from day one. You've got Ryan's storyline that's been brewing since the very beginning. Homelander's own son, the kid who could either save the world or become just like him. If Marie ends up being the one to take out or even depower Homelander, it would feel completely unearned. That moment belongs to the original cast, the people who have suffered, lost, and dedicated everything to bringing this man down. Now, don't get me wrong here. Marie's role is still going to be huge in The Boys Season 5. She could be the one to heal Butcher from his Compound V disease and maybe even help with the virus that could wipe out supes entirely. That would tie her story perfectly into The Boys finale without taking away the payoff that we've been waiting years for. All right, so let's end this video with a bang and talk about a huge theory about the ending of Gen V Season 2. A lot of people are upset and underwhelmed that Godolkin was written off so quickly in Gen V. Ethan Slater as the big bad debuts in episode 7 and he's gone by episode 8. But what if he's not actually gone? What if he moved his consciousness over to another character before Marie took him out? What if he moved back to Marie herself? Is it possible? Well, for me, I'm thinking there's like a less than 10% chance it's possible for these reasons. Number one is because if he could have moved to another body permanently before, why is he waiting until now to do it? That actually could technically be answered by saying previously he didn't do it because he always held out hope that he could heal his own body, and when he's in someone else, he doesn't feel anything. And you could also say he leveled up and is now able to somehow move his consciousness over without a body. So I guess that's okay. Number two is that we're getting more into supernatural magic territory here and not sci-fi. Without being conscious in his actual body, he shouldn't be able to move his consciousness over to someone permanently. It really doesn't make sense even in the world of The Boys. And number three, with Kate's powers fully back and her being able to read minds, I would hope that she could sense if one of her friends had another consciousness in their minds. I feel like Godolkin would be easily found out in that way, but I'm not fully against the theory, and it would make Marie very interesting for The Boys Season 5. All right, guys, those are my thoughts. Now I want to hear yours. Do you think Godolkin is really dead? Could he have jumped into Marie's mind? What did you think of the finale? Drop your thoughts and theories in the comments, and don't forget to follow for more Boys and Gen V breakdowns. And if you want to dive even deeper into the episode, please check out our podcast coverage on the Binge Empire podcast. I'll leave that link in the description. All right, guys, until next time.